Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your host, Jay, and you're watching another episode right here in our studios from Inside Out. Thank you guys so much for joining this real quick podcast tonight. I do apologize for not uploading sooner. Have a lot of things going on behind the scenes that just keep me busy, as you know, besides this. So again, I do apologize for not uploading sooner than I usually do and kept my scheduling at least like I try to do. But when you've just got one person working behind the scenes and doing all the work, besides the videos that you see here, it can get kind of chaotic. And of course, you know, on top of all of that, helping out locked up loved ones, you know, steering them in the right direction, that type of thing, plus also try to balance out my personal life can be challenging, as you guys know. So I do apologize on that. Secondly, I do hope and pray that every single one of you guys had an awesome 4th of July weekend, or week, I should say, excuse me. I know I did. And it was pretty fulfilling, I guess you can say. Did a few fireworks here and there. I'll probably post some videos and whatnot up on my Twitter account just so you guys can see. But I want to give a major shout out to everybody on Twitter that, you know, watch these videos and support me there. And tell you guys all personally, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart of all the nice birthday wishes that you all gave me on Twitter. That is hella awesome. Much love and respect for every single one of you, man. I mean, I just, it was overwhelming to see a lot of those birthday wishes. So again, guys, thank you so much for doing that. I do appreciate it. And plus on top of that, I hope every one of you out there had a good, safe 4th. You know, because that's my favorite holiday out of all of them, really, to be honest with you. Not just because it's my birthday, but still. So if you're wondering, I'm 49 now, and I kind of feel like it too. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for joining. I do appreciate it. And also thanks to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I am now close to 800 subs. Woohoo, man. That's a major milestone. My channel is growing, and I can't be more thankful and happy about all that. So again, thank you guys for doing that. It's much appreciated. So we're going to get to the 1,000 subscriber count here real quick. I'll keep you guys updated on it. But anyways, as you guys see in the title description of this video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between standard mail and legal mail when it comes to our locked up loved ones in prison. Let's get into it right now. As you guys can see on your screen, I do these screenshots or screen data for you guys so you guys can see that I'm not just talking it, I'm also showing it to back it up. So what you guys see on your screen, I'm going to go ahead and enlarge it so you guys can see it. Bear with me. I know sometimes my settings on my computer don't ever stay the way they're supposed to stay. So I do apologize on that. Nonetheless, the question that gets raised with me sometimes doing this prison stuff, what is the difference between general mail and legal mail in prison? And that's an awesome question. Here's the answer, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be a quick podcast. I'm trying to do a few other things behind the scenes, and I got to get everything on the calendar and push it forward. So just bear with me, guys. This article about this, what's the difference between general mail and legal mail, was written by Richard McDonald. Now, again, guys, you want to check out this this story or this information, you go right here, How to Justice. Go check it out. I'll even try to put the link to this site in my description of my video here tonight. Anyways, there are 2 types of mail in prison, and I've said this numerous times to a lot of you, but I'm going to do this with backed up data, so here it is. Again, there are 2 types of mail in prison, general and legal, or what is in some cases in different prisons called special. All right? So remember those 2 words, legal, real quick, and special, okay? Take notes if you need to. All right. General mail includes letters from family, holiday cards, and birthday cards, etc. It could also include any other correspondences you might receive. All right. Legal mail is considered special mail or legal mail, just like I said. Officers conduct a visual inspection of all mail for contraband, regardless of the type, which is understandable. And before I go any further, I want to say this, guys, to you real quick. During the process of this information, data, however you want to look at it. All right. So where was I? I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. These officers cannot open legal mail. Legal mail has to be open in front of the locked up individual. All right. Make no mistake about it. And it's been proven that some officers in some prisons do this. Highly illegal, and it can set up the locked up loved one to do a civil rights lawsuit under that. And it's been done. All right. So make no mistake about it. The officers, the only way they can check and see if there's anything in that mail, due to what I said, contraband. This is the reason why they do this. All right. Because drugs and other illegal substances do get inside these prisons. All right. But we all know who really brings it in. More on that later. And it says here, regardless of the type. Okay. But I'm going to break it down. Don't trip. It's okay. Mail comes in Monday through Friday. All right. It usually comes in the morning. Not the case all the time. There is no mail on Saturdays. But in some prisons, I believe there is. Just depends on your prison. The correctional officers handle the mail. Now, this is what I wanted to get more in depth with. The correctional officers handle the mail, not the United States Postal Office. And let me explain. Once the mail goes inside or becomes inside of the prison walls, it is no longer now a federal situation. It's no longer United States Post Office property. It is now under DOC's full 110% control. And what does that mean? From a federal aspect, federal government, federal lawsuits, federal court, federal anything, federal can't get involved, if you will, with the mail once it's inside the prison doors. Okay, I hope that makes sense. DOC can do whatever they want with it from this point forward on. And nobody can be held reliable or accountable, if you will, except for DOC. I hope that makes sense. If you didn't know that, I hope that portion of this podcast right here was, educational in some form or fashion for you. Moving on real quick. Can your mail in prison be refused? Great question. Here's the answer. Yes. There are certain rules that all mail must meet. The BOP rejects mail that does not meet these guidelines. And here are the guidelines. And we all should know this if you're trying to send in something to your locked up loved one. Don't use staples or paper clips because they can be turned into a weapon and other stuff. Envelopes must be plain white. They can't have anything on it. Okay? Never use marker, crayon, glitter, glue, or stickers because, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, contraband can be snuck underneath those items. I know. It is what it is. Don't use perfume or any other fragrance because it'll basically cause issues and problems with the mail and slow things down. Okay? Any drawings or markings that can be misconstrued as secret code will result in refusal. Yeah, because we don't want any kind of secret messages getting back and forth to our locked up loved ones. That's a major security risk. Okay? Moving on. Never write anything in letters that you wouldn't want a third party to read. So that basically means if you want certain things private, I wouldn't put it in there because it's going to get read. Moving on. Next question, ladies and gentlemen. Can the BOP read special mail? Now this, I want you all to seriously pay attention because this is what's going on right now currently in a few prisons around here. And I want you guys to make no mistake about it. Please take notes if need be or play it back again till you get it or understand it. So let's get into it. Can the BOP read special mail? In general, no. All right? In general, no. Okay? Special or legal mail is generally privileged. Therefore, the BOP cannot, or at least should not, read it, but they do. And maybe if I have time, or in the next podcast, I will tell you what you can do under the 8th Amendment and a few other amendments when it comes to this violation. And if you are getting violated under this cause, you can set yourself up for a lawsuit and sue DOC for this. More on that later if there's time. Okay? But legal and special mail will still be opened by BOP staff. Okay? Yes. In front of, though, however, in front of your locked up loved one. Not behind closed door in the mailroom where he or she can't see what you're doing. And here's proof. To protect the attorney-client privilege, officers must deal with legal mail under strict guidelines. And that's correct. Correctional officers open legal mail in front of the recipient. Again, correctional officers open legal mail in front of the recipient. Wow. In front of your locked up loved one is another word for that. Damn. Okay? Take notes, since you must be present to receive it. You will receive special mail sooner. Keep in mind that the BOP is constantly monitoring legal mail or legal or special mail. They want to ensure that it is truly special or legal mail. The BOP restricts what counts as legal or special mail too. So there's a lot of working parts going on here. Okay? Hope you guys can understand what I'm getting at here. I hope this portion of that question answers your guys' questions. Again, can the BOP read your mail? There's the answer, and it ends right there. I hope, anyways, you guys can understand what I've been telling you. And again, if it's being violated, that's a different story, and you can sue. All right? Next question. Are there requirements for receiving special mail in prison? Okay? Another great question. Yes, most BOP officers are reducing the number of attorneys who can use special mail privileges. Other institutions limit special mail privileges to attorneys on your record. Some also require that the special attorney and the special law firm be identified on the outside. And that's always a plus. That way they can't say, oh, hey, this doesn't look legit and blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Real legit law firm will be written on the envelope. It's pretty much legit. And their envelopes seem to be a little bit more different than standard mail envelopes. Their attorney envelopes look a little more professional and whatnot than standard mail envelopes. I hope that makes sense. Special legal mail must have following statement. Special/legal mail open only in presence of inmate. So it's got to say that on the envelope somewhere, stamped. Or it's also stamped somewhere on the envelope in red letters, sometimes black letters, and it says legal mail, just like you see right there. Okay? That means they can't touch it. Okay? So real quick, a lawyer who mails you sealed birthday cards from your family and marks it as special mail is abusing the privilege. And people do it. This can result in disciplinary action and a loss of special mail privileges with that attorney, which will suck if you got a case going on. So don't do it. Above all, remember that any general correspondence can be made public. It's best to reserve private conversations for visits. And I would have to say that depending on the situation, depending on the case, sometimes visits can happen, especially if it's like, say, a long distance situation. Sometimes, very sensitive information in these pieces of mail shouldn't be read by DOC. But again, ladies and gentlemen, it does. I hope this is all helping you guys deal with your locked up loved one situation. I hope I'm helping. Next question. Are there requirements for sending special mail in prison? Yes. Most importantly, as indicated above, it needs to say the following: special/legal mail, privileged documents enclosed. Okay? You also must include the word attorney. Usually it's stamped on the envelope what attorney or law firm it is. Somewhere on the envelope. Do not seal outgoing special mail, as the staff will visually inspect it for contraband. You will seal it in the presence of the officers. The takeaway: overall, mail in prison comes in two types, general and special, or what is better known as legal. General mail includes letters from family and friends, birthday cards, and other correspondence, which I said before at the top. Special or legal mail includes documents from your attorney. There are strict rules about what mail in prison is classified as special mail. And you can print this, PDF it, and email this and have it for your records if you need to fall back on this. All right, guys. I hope this, in a nutshell, will be, educational enough for you to understand what's going on and what your rights are. I will probably do a 2-part session on this and show you what your legal rights are when it comes to violating, when DOC violates, where did I put it? Violates your legal mail, reading it when they're not supposed to. All right, I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, so real quick, I don't know why I do that all the time. I do apologize. Real quick, coming up, I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to get a hold of him. I'm going to try to make it happen. I'm going to put it on the calendar. Nonetheless, I'm going to try to get a interview in with this individual that's locked up in a prison in Georgia. He sent me some very concerning and effed up, if you will, images inside the prison. I'm going to try to get him on here and do an interview so he can tell his side of the story, what's really going on, and get some really juicy, effed up crap going on in Georgia prison. So I got a lot going on, and I do apologize for my delay. My business here is starting to pick up. Things are happening, and I can't keep up with the business. So I might end up having to hire some help. But please, with all due respect, I love and respect every single one of you, but you got to be patient with me. I don't forget about you. I'm not ignoring you, and if I am, it's not deliberate. All right? So I hope this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, was becoming, pretty insightful for you in some form or fashion. Again, share this video with you guys, with the other advocates and other individuals out there that can be useful for this information tonight when it comes to your mail, especially legal mail and all of that. So again, stay tuned for more information when it comes to this, your rights, and all other prison-related issues right here in our studios from Inside Out. I'm your host, Jay. I will see you all in the next video. Good night, everybody.